Because if I don't press record, we're in trouble and I won't have it on recording if anybody falls off this call. So, again, hello everybody. Heather Brooks with the EXP Seniors Network. I'm one of your co-founders. I helped start this about almost 7 years ago. It's my passion. I love what I do here. And I have been dropping hints to all of you guys for the last couple, maybe last 6 weeks, 8 weeks. July, you're going to find out. But you're going to find out sooner than that, by the way. Follow us on social media. Follow EXP Realty on social media. Trust me. I'll show you something that they just posted, but we're hinting to everybody here at EXP Seniors Network something. So I'm very excited. But the second thing that I want to tell you guys, thank you. Everybody that is on this call, and right now we're at 28 people, but it's going to get larger. Thank you for making this network the largest network of real estate agents focusing on the 55 plus demographics. We have almost 4,000 agents, literally almost 4,000 agents at EXP, not anywhere else, here at EXP. So watch the Inman report. I'm just hinting stuff to you guys. Just letting you guys know, 7 years I've been working on this and it's finally coming. It's finally coming. It's coming to you guys. So anyways, just know my excitement. Know that this group is going to grow drastically and know that our company is headed in the right direction. They are dropping hints like you guys don't believe, and you will start seeing stuff, but you're going to be getting an email, and that email is coming soon. July, we're rolling out a certification program just for this right here. And I love to share it with you guys. So I can't wait. With that being said, let's get right into what we're here tonight. Freebies. You guys, I love freebies. If you know, and you've been listening to me talk, who wants to pay for leads, right? You guys know me. I don't want to pay for leads. But I also don't want leads to feel like a favor. I don't want it to feel like, like you're funneling into something. Hear me out, you guys, okay? Every week I tell you about the sandwich shop, right? Think about us being the sandwich shop. I say the sandwich shop because to me that relates the most to America. In fact, pretty much any country you look at, the sandwich shop are people like most of us on this call that are taking care of loved ones, older, younger, doesn't matter. You could be an open faced sandwich where you're just by yourself. But I call it a sandwich shop for a reason. You have a piece of bread that's us, whoever the homeowner is, and then you have meat that gets piled up throughout the years. Whatever that meat is, roast beef, turkey, I don't care. But that meat is the home, the belongings in the home, all of a sudden problems that come about. It's a story that I'm trying to give you guys to understand you're the sauce. You're the secret sauce, you guys. People call this a board of directors. That's not what I call it. And actually, somebody put that in our group chat. I'm telling you, this is your secret sauce. I call this your secret sauce because when you offer yourself with education, with freebies, because we all like freebies, and with real help, people are going to come to you. I'm telling you. I always talk about your sphere of influence and how to connect and how they're going to bring, referrals into you within this demographics because there's no real estate agents that are doing this. I went to a breakfast this morning. It's called Broward Coalition on Aging. By the way, Bill Gross is coming in. But by the way, if you are in your local areas, go get involved in networks. You're going to see that there's no real estate agents targeting this. I say this because it is our job to be like the PTA president for older adults. You don't need to be everybody. You just need to become the person that people like, know, and trust in your community. when it's time to make hard decisions. And that's where your secret sauce, which are your sphere of influence and your connections, that are going to beat out any other real estate agent any other time. And insert, I don't care if it's a real estate agent, an aging specialist, a person that does right sizing, somebody that's a senior, that's a certified senior advisor, doesn't matter. You have to be connected into your community and into a network, secret sauce. And if you haven't watched other stuff, you'll see that secret sauce is huge for us. I say that because that is the connection that we need when a homeowner has a huge issue. And I'll tell you right now, after serving this for almost 20 years, you don't sell a home until a crisis happens. But if you can be there for the homeowner every time the crisis happens with the right people, you're the secret sauce. You're the sandwich shop that when something goes wrong, they're coming to you. You're the manicurist, the hairdresser, you're all of that. That's what it comes down to. You're not going to sell yourself. You're just going to give them information for free. Stuff that's already in our neighborhood, which is what I love the most. So that's where I serve from. That's where I teach you guys to serve from, and I love it. So welcome. That's kind of a gist of where we're headed, especially if you've looked at the NAR sales report, both buyer and seller demographics. Forget 2024 because that was over 62, but 2025. Let's go looking. Now, I'm just going to share my screen with you guys because now we're going to get into it. Okay. Before we do this, I'm just going to put some of this down. And forgive me because I'm just putting some stuff out of the way so I can see where my desktop is. So if you're not following EXP Seniors Network, I mean EXP, I need you to. EXP is intentionally dropping hints. This is me winking at you guys every single time. Okay, I do this every time we meet. The reason why I say that is, do you look at the word buyers? That doesn't say sellers. Oh, but sellers are just as big. And by the way, it's not 26%, it's much larger than that. But I'm not going to correct them. I'm just going to show you it's big, right? That's big. There's a shift coming. This shift is bigger than you guys even can realize because not only are we aging as a demographics, but if you're not looking what I'm putting in our group, our homes are aging just like we are. There's no difference. I write articles on LinkedIn about this all the time. I speak about this at our International Builder Show. I've been doing it for years. I speak on stage because of our infrastructure. I need you guys to hear me. It's changing. And if you as a real estate agent aren't changing with it, you're in trouble. But the problem with this is we don't want to be sold to because we know statistically we don't want to move. Scary. There's a whole, I talk about this time and time again. It's more of a psychological thing than anything. We need education. We need to know options. That's our job. We should be providing options. We should be providing trust. I tell you, like, know, and trust. And the reason why, because that's the way people want to do business with you. You want to like, know, and trust. And if you look at right now, the most amount of scams that happen, oh, by the way, $28.3 billion yearly, seniors over the age of 62. So if you are that person that they like, know, and trust, they're going to come to you. Then it's not about their kids, by the way. It's a different beast. There's a whole emotional thing. There's a lot of stuff that goes on behind it. But here's what I'm telling you. Become the person that they'll go to for a trust attorney, for home health care, for a physical therapist, somebody that needs to come in the home. If you're looking at statistics, that slip and fall, that's what's happening right here. We are realizing we need to right size because we're watching our parents who are falling in their home, who their home is falling down around them because of deferred maintenance. There's so many other things that go on with it. But the point is, EXP Seniors Network, I'm teaching you, I'm handing you my playbook because this is what works. So now that you know the statistics, watch out. Okay. You watch what watch what EXP is doing, calculated. 3 CRMs, know that we have a CRM just for seniors. And I'm not going to say anything more. I'm dropping that hint. It's coming. I'm so excited. So let's get into freebies. Okay. So one of the things, I love freebies. I work a lot in ChatGPT and Canva. I love it. We have Canva for free. We like free because it's part of what we have. And ChatGPT, it's easy to use, you guys. I use it all the time. I show you guys how to use it. I'm not going to go through a prompt really fast right now. And the reason why I say that is because it's already 7:15 and we always go over. So I'll just kind of show you the prompt that I used and how it came out. So one of the things that I want to talk about is freebies. Oh, this is the design. Forgive me. Let me go into this. Let's go into freebies. Okay. So easy and so simple. And the reason why I say that, oh, why did it do that? Okay. The reason why I say that is these are your plug and plays. Okay. I'm going to get out of this. Give me 1 second. The reason why I say that is because there are so many ways that you can get freebies. By the way, AARP has what we call a home fit guide. If I do speak on the Speakers Bureau for AARP, it's one of my favorite things to do. I just get to go into places and speak about aging in place and home fit, and I get to play games. And what made me a couple years ago made me come up with this is don't create your own. Okay, please don't. I tell this all the time. Take what is already out there that people have spent millions of dollars on and take it and tweak it to create what you want and your own. Okay. Just my thought. Okay. So you can create it as your own. You have a home fit guide from AARP. These are all free, by the way. Oh, let me show you some more stuff. Free checklists. When we talk about free, and I'm going to show you checklists right now, and then I'm going to show you other things that you can find in your community, and then I'll show you how to put it all together. Go and find checklists. All of our cities have it, your states, national organizations. This one, and by the way, I'll put it in the chat box so you guys have it. But this one I think came from the aging coalition. Telling you, it is. Oh, sorry, our National Institute on Aging by the government. The reason why I say this is it's already out there. So in the chat box, give me 1 second because I'm going to throw a bunch of them in there. And the reason why I'm going to throw a bunch in there is because I'm going to take one of them and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do in ChatGPT. All right. So you guys are going to get a bunch of these. There's Rebuild Together. I've literally named them for you guys. Go ahead and save them. And the reason why I say save them is because if my checklist that we go do right now doesn't work for you, go find one of the other ones. Tweak, pick things, make it your own. I don't really care, but don't create something because it's a pain in the butt. It really is. I'm going to cut out the noise, give it to you. No fluff, don't sell. That's it. Make the checklist. Okay. I literally handed all of it to you. All right. So now we get that out of the way. Let's go to ChatGPT because that's honestly, that's like one of my, it's probably should be my husband at this point because I use it all the time. We're like this. But you'll laugh. So I already have it up for us. I have to move all this stuff out of the way. Forgive me. Here's our ChatGPT. So you can tell that I've already done this. Now in the comment section, I did put the AARP Home Fit Worksheet, the Rebuild Together Safe Checklist, the NIA, which is our aging for the government. I put all of it in. I said, hey, ChatGPT, let's create our own home fit checklist for clients and their families that are aging. I've attached a few checklists that I really like, but notice way too heavy on wording. Go check those out. You'll see it's got a lot of wording. Can we please create, by the way, I like being nice to ChatGPT. That's just me. That's my style, but you could do it however you want. Can we create points to keep someone safe but easier and simpler to follow? Ask me questions about this if you need help. Um, there's a reason why I word my ChatGPTs like this. And next week we'll do a ChatGPT course because I'll show you. It's all about massaging. Okay. I do not take ChatGPT, Claude AI, because I use both, to full heart. What I will take is this. And if you notice, I'm going to put this, the reason why I'm putting it up really big is if you notice in my, and this is what I was going to teach next week, is in my GPTs, I have very specific things that do certain tasks that I wanted to do, whether it's LinkedIn, whether it's email, whether it's social media, whether it's presentation, whether it's a hook, whether it's YouTube. They all do something different, you guys. And I'll go through it next week. But the point is that I basically gave it this and said, hey, do something. This is what it came up with. It said, hey, we're looking at all this. It came up with something. Not quite what I would want. This is why I say, to me, I would just rather have this show you guys how I'm massaging it. And as I go it through and massage it, we all have our various styles and what we think works. And by the way, each one of our areas is different. No shoe, it's like no one size fits all here. Because what's happening in Chicago is not happening in Florida, or what's happening in New York, or what's happening in California. So everybody's going to be different. You have to tailor it to that. But I'll show you where to get your stuff that's local. I got you guys, don't worry. So let's just simplify it, just to hook them. Okay. Remember, this is just a hook to bring them into a call to action. Every time you hear me every time you see the acronym CTA, it means call to action, just so you guys know. So you want a call to action. You want to bring them to you for this information, for this checklist. By the way, it's not just checklists, it's discounts. I'll show you a bunch of stuff. But the basic point is go make your own, but take, massage, and then put into ChatGPT. I didn't really, it was kind of a little, kind of missing a few points. So I just went with it, by the way. And I said, hey, create, because it will ask you, do you want one pager with icons? You want checkbox? It's going to ask you questions. Remember, I asked it questions. It's going to ask you questions back. You are talking to an assistant here. Tell your assistant what you want it to do. I was like, hey, create that Canva version because we have Canva for free, remember? That's my favorite part. So this is what it did. Personally, I'm not big into this, by the way, but just to know and I say this every time with this, it misses words. You really, I mean, look at this. Ex their fear und rough. So the reason why I say have this make it because you're like, oh, this makes sense. This is a great idea to take to Canva. Now I can take this to Canva and recreate it in Canva with my style and the way that I want to do it. Maybe it's your branding, maybe it's the style, maybe it's the color font, maybe it's it's the wording, whatever it is. Make it into your style. Like don't verbatim copy it, but if you do verbatim copy it, make sure that it's theirs, not yours. I'll show you why in a second, okay? So, the reason why I say this is you'd be surprised at how many people are like, wow, well, I didn't know like you could have a checklist for something, right? By the way, if you are out there, and I've talked about this in the teaching or maybe on social media. The reason why I say this and I'm bringing it up now is I'm going to do this with a plug and play later on in this video or in this thing because I then said, "Hey ChatGPT, I want to do some games with this. I want to play. I want to like have fun with it. Because honestly, who wants to go around their house checking things off and like, I don't know, like getting depressed that it's not working out for you? I'd rather like have fun with it. Last week when we were talking about right size, or maybe it wasn't last week, but we talked about right sizing. Matt Paxton, a good friend of mine, he's written a couple books. He also does hoarders. Um, Let me tell you, play a game. Go around with four dots, red, yellow, blue, green. And there's a whole game to play, no different than this. If you're doing an event and you're talking about home fit or a checklist or you're doing a video, play a game. Go around your own house and play the game. Or play like a game. Remember when you're like, where's Waldo? Play that same game, but in a stagnant photo. Listen to me when I say this to you because plug and play is coming up at the end. You guys know that. So when you're looking at this, it's literally telling you everything, right? It's now telling you to play with a partner, meaning AKA the children. Sandwich generation. That's why I call it my sandwich shop because it's typically the sandwich generation. We have two sellers, buyers in this market. You have the people that can make the decisions for themselves and the people that have to make the decisions for them, the homeowner, meaning trust attorneys, whoever, typically it's the oldest daughter, like myself, and most of us that end up making that decision. But those are it. That's what you got. So you got to know who you got to talk to. And it's got to be fun because nobody wants to have a Debbie Downer. That's why you don't want the sales. You want somebody to trust you. So by playing a game, they're like now interested. They're like, ooh, okay, that sounds cool. The reason why I tell you guys this, lead from the heart, we all love that freebie thing. We love giving, right? So, oh, gotta go moving all this stuff out of the way again. Sorry. All right, here we go. Now, the reason why I say this is because I did a video. Oh my gosh, where was it? I did a video. Oh, you know what? I want to show you that's what I want to show you. I did a video, by the way, 180. Just for one video, I had 180 views. I mean, not 100. I had, sorry, 2,800 views, and I had 180 people that either commented, liked, or started following me or whatever it was for this video. But I'll show you why Oh, you know what? I want to do it this way. Sorry. I'll sh let's say I'm going to admit Erica Brown into the room. Forgive me. The reason why I say this is because I have, this is my website, which I will show you guys in a moment. But here's why I say this. I had a submission, and I'm working this with a real estate agent up in Washington. Do you guys see? Oh, let me make it really big so you guys can see. Do you see the submission from this person? She said she's not sure. I'm really on the fence about my living situation going forward. Desperately need to right size as I'm a bit of a hoarder, and then I could contemplate moving perhaps to an apartment. She found me through this person. Just letting you know. So, what do? I take my little network. Do I live in Washington? No. But I'll tell you what can do. That's the best part. EXP real estate agents, Washington. I have them right there where she was. And when it comes to senior move manager, because that's somebody who can help them right size. The reason why I say this is because do you remember me telling you just now about, hey, if you're going to do a checklist, either give the organization props when you do the call to action. You don't have to take the props yourself, or you can do your own. I don't want to put that much effort into things, just letting you guys know. So this is my website. I am not real estate. That's just not me. That's not what I do. I am not real estate. I did this. Do you notice? I do not have downsizing. I have right sizing. But the whole point of this is that you can come here and download free guides. Why do I have this in one hub for people? Caregivers, simple fixes, getting your orders in a fair, documents, questions, safety checklist. You guys, you guys, these are all free. Why am I going to don't recreate it? Free. But guess what? You want to go download it, you just got to you just have to give me your information, but you're downloading the information. I'm not doing anything. I'm giving these people props. It's theirs. I'm not putting my logo on it. I'm not doing anything. If you wanted to do it yourself, I'm going to show you in a second, but this is the way I do it because I don't want to logo anything out. I want them to get the real deal from where it is because again, like, know, and trust. That's me. That's who I am. That's how I roll. You guys, if you want to make your own, great. I'm going to show you how to make your own. So, anyways, this is my hub. And so as you can see, somebody saw a video. One of my videos went viral and they saw a checklist. They went and they've been doing the checklist and that's where I've been getting it. So I ended up getting someone in the sound generation that lives not here. And that's the point, you guys. The point is that you really need to think outside the box in the way that you serve this. So let's talk freebies, because you know my freebies. Oh, I love freebies. All right. These are going to be plug and plays. However, your freebies that you can get, do you see these little three purple things at the bottom? You can go to AARP. Again, why do the work? It's literally handed to you guys. Don't do it. It's there. AARP, local grocery stores, your pharmacies, senior days and restaurants, city recreation centers. We all have what we call local area agency on aging. If you're not familiar with it, go get familiar with it. Literally. Go be their BFFs. No real estate agents doing that. Promise you. I can trust you. Nobody's doing it. I've been to enough meetings across this country to know that the real estate agents are not marketing this. but EXP. So, let's talk plug and play before I start getting into things. You know that I'm very big on no fluff and no salesy tactics because that's not what we want. We want things that are free. When you're doing an event, I tell you guys this all the time, free. Like, we got bagels. And by the way, they love when you have alcohol. I'm just saying, if you do a wine and cheese event and you have somebody supply the wine, a home healthcare agency, and then you have somebody supply, a charcuterie, there you go. And that could be an occupational therapist or somebody that's connected, a trust attorney, because this is what they'll come. And then you put on a panel, and I've discussed it. But here's the point: plug and play information education. That's what we want. So let's just kind of go through a quick plug and play and what it would look like. It's very easy. Let's just talk local senior discount. Ooh, let's just talk local senior discounts. Okay. Or home fit. Okay. We all have a checklist. Let's pretend we've got that checklist, which is what I have. And I did a video on. If you're not comfortable recording yourself, fine, totally fine. There are other ways to do this. I even put it in here, just so you know. Walked into a home trip this week. And by the way, I'm going to show you something that ChatGPT came out with, and you guys will laugh. But look at the way it is. Think about the kind of play that you can do on this. Maybe you're somebody that likes to act a little. Perfect for you. If you haven't been watching the real estate agents that are skyrocketing, they're acting. They're acting. So, have you ever tried convincing your dad to use a walker and you're losing? Think about all of our homes and the way that they're built. Less than 5% of our nation's housing units can actually accommodate somebody in a walker. So that means they're going to have to do a modification or they're going to need to move. I years ago used to say modify or move. That's what it comes down to. That's why. And then you put on the slip and fall statistics with rugs. That's the biggest slip and fall. Biggest. That was the video that I used to pull people in, was a slip and fall on rugs. So you talk about grab bars, or you talk about, just a light. There are very easy, simple fixes that people don't think outside the box to help them be like, oh, I could stay here. When realistically, as real estate, or not as real estate, as a housing expert, and I can call myself that, it's not going to happen. And that's really unfortunate. But our homes weren't designed that way. We physically can't live that way, and financially can't afford it either. Those are the three issues that this demographics has. So when you're talking about like local senior discounts, we all go to restaurants, we all network within our community. Can you imagine having a Facebook group? When I wink at you guys, that's me telling you go start one. The reason why I say that is because who's doing a Facebook group just for the aging population of discounts in said area? Okay. The reason why I say that is because your call to action on this got me curious. So I made a full list of senior details around insert your city. Want me to send it to you? You guys, seriously, this is so easy. All you have to do is take maybe your parent or your favorite restaurant and put them on social media about how you love their food and about how they have this wonderful discount for seniors. You become the person that people like, know, and trust. It's all about creating that neighborhood community feel that we don't have anymore. This doesn't exist anymore. When you're targeting this demographic, and I don't want to call it targeting, I hate that word. When you're wanting to use your sauce, that's what I'm gonna say. When you want to use your sauce with this demographics, serve from the heart. I always tell you, this isn't about serving with your hand out about how can I get the sale. It's about serving with your hand up. How can I help you? What can I do for you? What services do you need? Oh, I got those people in my back pocket. That's my secret sauce. That is what's going to make you stand out as a real estate agent. That is why this network right here, that's why we're the largest network in our entire industry, because that's why you got to serve this industry. And if you don't, you're going to be left behind. I say that all the time to you guys. And these plug and plays, they're for Bill, who did something the other week. I gave you guys plug and plays, and so did he. Oh man, they're golden. Oh, and by the way, when you guys got certified by Mutual of Omaha with a lifestyle home loan, I gave you plug and plays without selling a loan and staying in your lane legally. Oh, it's the best. You guys don't realize there are so many ways to market yourself, but nobody, not one real estate agent is doing it. And when you see real estate agents out there with all those letters after their name or the coaching, that's not about that. It's not about the letters. It's not about a coaching. It's not about, no, it's about serving from your heart. It's about giving yourself and the stuff that you know in your community. Be that person that people like, know, and trust. That's what it comes down to. So let's keep going because you know how I love this. Let's do a call to action. Oh, by the way, sorry. Oh, I am so sorry because I did not put that in the chat box. Forgive me. Let me put this in the chat box for you guys so you guys have it because I don't want to forget to give it to you. Oops. Ooh, sorry, forgive me. I'm trying to get it in the chat box. Hopefully you guys have it. Yeah? Okay, so hopefully you have it. So I'm just gonna quickly like interject really fast. I told you guys that I went into ChatGPT after I said, "Hey, ChatGPT, navigate this, do this, do," and then I said, "Yes, please. I want to see what you come up with." This is what it came up with. Okay, took my mom to. You guys just saw the plug and plays I sent you. I told you guys a couple things. I said, one, you don't have to be in front of the camera. And if you do, I gave you that version. If you don't, I gave you another version. This is kind of like that version, but it really sucks. But it just kind of gives you. And the reason why I do this is because I want you guys in your mind to say, hey, I get the idea. It just puts an idea in your head. That's all it is. Clearly everything is misspelled on this entire thing, but the point is you're like, oh, that's a great idea with these people down here, like this person down here with mom to lunch. Next week, I'm going to show you. I can create a very specific whatever photo you want, and I'm going to show you in ChatGPT how to do that and then be able to actually put this information on something. Or personally, I will upload it into Canva and then make all of the info, like, make and, massage the information. So that's what I want to show you that ChatGPT does for you. Not the greatest. I've always said to you guys, don't rely on it. Take it for what it is with little bits and pieces and then massage it and make it your own. Let's go into my Canva account because I want to show you guys when we were talking about the checklists, when we're talking about discounts, when you're talking about all of those things, do you know that Canva has all of it? So if you don't want that, You don't have to recreate it, okay? So I'm going to just create something. That's all you got to do. I am going to just checklist because FYI, I kind of already just started, but I'm just going to let you know you can just put in the word checklist and bam. Here's what I will tell you. Okay. I don't want to use that. I want you guys to see this side over here. If you notice these checklists, they're not aging it. They're not like for home aging. It's cleaning, it's work, it's to-do list. It is not aging. So you're going to have to create you're going to have to keep this, but tweak it. Meaning, go ahead, put it into Canva, but then redo all the wording on it. Go ahead, transfer it over. That's what it is. However, if you want, and next week I'll go over it, there is this magic media that does this and poof, it'll come out for you. So we'll talk about that next week on the magic media side, but it does do it for you. Now, let's just pretend. Let's go back over here and let's just create a discount, like a flyer for discounts. Everything is in here for you guys. So you know what? Maybe I'll just put discounts. But whatever it is that you would need would be in here. And look at this. You've got whatever, Instagram, but whatever it is, so it doesn't have a discount flyer. Whatever it is, it's easy to do in Canva. The reason why I say that is because you can put a stagnant photo behind you and do one of the call to actions that way, like with like a restaurant with like the deal behind you, or you can speak directly to the camera about all these really cool deals. You could also just film bits and pieces and portions of your experience through it, put it together on like a little story at time, and then just plug in little things that I put in the chat for you guys, the plug and plays, rather than saying it. There are so many ways to do this. So a lot of you aren't comfortable on camera, get it. But sometimes you got to get past that because remember, we got to be the person that we like, know, and trust. So when you're doing the checklist or you're doing something on social media that gives you and allows you to call to action like, hey, do you want a checklist? Hey, oh, do you want those senior discounts? Great. I've got a whole list of them. You want to sign up for my newsletter? All of this is on my monthly newsletter, Substack, whatever you want. It is so easy to do right here in Canva. Just letting you know. So with that being said, let's get to number two. Number two, how are we doing these plug and plays? Right? It's a big how. I think I just did how. I did how. Forget it. Just kidding. This is it. Your checklist. This is how you will design it. I kind of went over it a little bit in Canva, but I am going to kind of hit home with this is your cheat sheet for Canva. Okay. You already got your plug and play. I should have gone with this first. Sorry, you guys. But this is your cheat sheet. When you get into your Canva account, you can either search for checklist, which I just showed you, or you can go into ChatGPT, take one of those checklists that I gave you guys and plug it in and do it that way. Either or. Basically everything that I just showed you, there you go. I will tell you from experience, use two fonts. Keep it to two fonts. Do not do more than two fonts. I keep it to one. That's just me. Please, please, please make it extra big. It should not be small. We do not like small. It's got to be big. You do not want it busy. You don't want a lot of things going on because it distracts from the information you're trying to give them. You also want to make sure that you don't overload them with information. That's why I said to ChatGPT, hey, I love all those checklists, but guess what? It's a little too busy. They're like 4 and 5 pages, 2 pages. I would love to see maybe icons with like something just a little more condensed rather than so many checks and boxes. Um, there is a reason why I say that because when it comes to you working on an actual sale of a home, or you're going in to purchase a home with somebody that's older, printing out the paperwork and getting wet signatures and dealing with it that way, that's the way it needs to be done. Because when they bought homes 50, 60, 70 years ago, it was with 3 pieces of paper. It was a carbon copy. Most of even my parents, they still have the original purchase agreement. Pink, yellow, white carbon copy. And it was really long. But when you go to approach a homeowner with a stack of paper like this and want them to sign it upon going on a listing, goodbye. I'll tell you that right now. That's what you can say. They don't want to look at something that's a stack like this. They don't want to know how you're going to sell their home for top dollar. How are you going to help them? That's what they want to know. What services are you going to help them with? That's your secret sauce. That's what I keep telling you guys. That's where all of that comes in. So, like I said, don't be busy, keep it clean. The more free information you give them, the more they're going to like, know, and trust you. They're going to come to you and be like, oh, I saw you post something about that. Do you know somebody who do that? Trust me. Trust me when I say this. So the next part is adding your contact info, like if you want to put on that checklist, and it would be great to have your contact info, especially when you go to drop it off at somebody's house. Can you imagine walking in and giving them a checklist rather than a listing package? And you already know what's wrong in the house. How about showing up and asking them, what do you love about the house? Not about selling it, because we all know they don't want to sell it. And they don't want to sell it because not just emotional, but where are they going to go? That's why you need to know. That's why you need to know about all the options. Real estate agents stop short at selling the home. That's it. That's that done. That's it. They don't know the next steps. But EXP is going to give you the next steps. That's my hint. For July. Because we as real estate agents can't just stop at selling a home. We've got to help people go further. You have to. So be the person they like, know, trust with all that secret sauce. Don't be afraid to give education for free when you're doing social media with a call to action. There's a difference. That call to action is, guess what? Come over here, check out, click. It's really easy to do. I mean, think about, oh, by the way, oh, sorry. I was trying to get to this, to cheat sheet 2. Okay, so this is how you're going to share these freebies online. Okay, these are all the types of freebies that you're going to do. You just gotta need to choose one of them. I'm not kidding, you guys. I literally did the homework. I've been doing this for years. I'm giving you my playbook. And I know it works. So just go out and do it. Okay. Just get past that. All right. Done. So pick one freebie. I say that because if you got all these things coming in, you won't be able to keep track of it. But when you do this, you're going to say to people, comment. You want people to start commenting. You want people to ask for it. You don't want to drag them to a website. You want to engage them. You want to pull them in. You want stories. You want people to be like, "Oh, I want more of what this person has." That's why when you look at marketing today versus 5 years ago or 10 years ago, it's social media. You're not seeing companies market their products. You're seeing us, social media people, market them. That's you. I'm teaching you to be that person. By the way, when we have 55 plus listings, I don't care where you live, start marketing the crap out of those listings. The reason why I say that is because where you live, somebody wants to move to whatever state that is. Maybe they have kids there, whatever it is. I promise you, when somebody sees that you're marketing a 55 listing in San Diego, because we do have one of our agents that has one there right by the beach. But I say this because it's right next to all of the medical like facilities that are there. That's big. Because if you have somebody on the East Coast who needs treatment in San Diego, who's 62 plus, can go live in this community. And by the way, next to the beach, and it's under $1 million with not high HOAs. You now look like you've got all these people all over in 62 plus communities, so they think you know everything about that market. It's just realistically someone in our company who has it that we're gloating about. And by the way, you could be making money off of. I'm just saying, you guys got to take it to the next level. Think outside the box, okay? Home safety checklist, local discount list, downsizing guides, conversations to have with people. I'll show you what I mean by that. Local event lists. Use the plug and plays, you guys. I did it for you. I gave you a copy before with plug and plays and a CTA. You guys know what the CTA is, right? Call to action. Okay. So, how about if your parents still live in the same house you grew up in? How about walking through that with a checklist? Talk about sanity. How about when you're doing a senior discount and you're highlighting a restaurant, DM me for senior discounts. Send them your newsletters with all the discounts. I'm telling you. Even if they're not ready to move, that checklist is just a guide to help them start. I say this because it's all free. It's social media worthy. I'll show you why. And at some point, if they don't need it now, they're going to need it later. And they're going to come back to you. Either they'll save it, they'll follow it. It's social media. That's what we do. That's what we do. So when you are, I told you guys, if you don't want to be on camera, or if you do want to be on camera, it doesn't matter. You're going to need a hook. You're going to need a description. And then you want that call to action. DM me, comment, discount, whatever it is. That's your call to action. Right in social media. Because the more people that comment, guess what? The higher the rankings go. I keep telling you guys this. It just keeps going. Higher and higher. That's what happens. You have to serve with your hand up and not out. This is serving with your hand up, free. It's easy. And we're doing it already. So why not have fun with it? Like, why not boast about a restaurant that's local and you love the owner and they have senior discounts? All three. That is your storytelling that you can give to somebody that makes them want to go there. Just saying, that's what we're doing. Okay. There we go. All right. Okay, I gotta go to, why is it, okay, forgive me. Here is my second one. Where are you going? Where are you gonna do this? You're gonna share. You don't need to share everywhere. I've been doing that and it's exhausting. But I need you guys to just pick a place and own it. I'm bringing in Joellen Brooks again for, you guys know, nextdoor.com. She is the queen of nextdoor.com. She's landing $1 million listings left and right. She's killing it. Each one of us has our own area that we exceed in. Doesn't matter. Is it YouTube? Is it TikTok? Is it Instagram, Facebook? Just know it's got to be short, like reels, under 3 minutes. There's a bunch of stuff to follow up, and I'll talk about that, but it just needs to be short and full of information, and you have to catch it with a story and a great call to action. That's what works. I say to you, don't overthink it. Just post it. If you're looking at people that are going viral and you look at them and you're like, how are you even functioning? There's a reason why they've gone viral. Think outside the box. Literally. There's a real estate agent that sits on her mic and she does this. She's viral. And she hides. Okay. That's her shtick. Find your own. This is it. This demographics is it. Remember, it's not just the older adults, the kids too. It's both. So what are you going to do? We now have 3 CRMs. You're going to follow up in a CRM. You're going to put whatever it is when you find them and you're like, hey, give me your email. I'll go ahead and send it to you. There you go. They're already in your CRM. Send them newsletters. Set a tag on this, Seniors Network. That's going to be your tag, okay? And every time a newsletter goes out or information on freebies or an event, again, go back to that first when I was talking, that's when you send them stuff, not about the sale of the next home. No. It's about, hey, I've got a trust attorney. I've got this person. I've got that. We're doing a huge event. We'd love for you to come see us. That's the information you're going to give them. I'm going to tell you to start with one freebie. And the reason why is because if all of a sudden you got all these freebies, you can't keep track of stuff. Please start now. But again, you don't need to be everyone and you don't need to be everything all at once. It's about building your pipeline. But the moment that you start building, it's a trajectory. Just know that because of the stats and because not one real estate agent from another brokerage is doing what we're doing here. Just saying. There's your freebies. I just did homework for you. If you guys are looking for where do I even find freebies in my area, there you go. So here's a great fact about AARP. And I love them. You have to be over 18. That's it. Just over 18 to be a member of AARP. Big misconception. A lot of people think you got to be 55. No, over 18 to get all those discounts. Did you hear me? Discounts. But you don't have to tell people that. You can just tell people it's for over 55 discounts. But if you even pulled up the amount of discounts that AARP has, it's ridiculous. You could do videos for days on it. Days and days and days. Between cruise lines and airlines and local restaurants and grocery stores. Days. Clothing stores. Days on it. Fascinating. Really, it's fascinating. But if you really want to get into your city, go into your city, specifically your area agency on aging, because they're very big on what's happening within your community, especially if laws are being changed or if they're adapting things for the older adults. So that's going to keep you up to date, not just with discounts, but with things that are happening within your community, things that you can either get behind or not get behind, but you can tell all of those people in your newsletters all about. Like here in the state of Florida, in AARP, we are hitting heavily hard with FP&L. FP&L is our Florida Power and Light. they're skyrocketing their prices. And if you know anything about the state of Florida, our demographics is one of the oldest. But the fixed incomes are what's hurting a lot of the older demographics between the taxes, the HOAs, the assessments that have gone on with the HOAs, and then you have insurance rates that have hiked and everything else. Now it's the electric bills. So trust me when I say, look at what's going on and let them know so they're aware of something that's coming up and it's not a shocker to them. But again, every time that happens, they're looking at you for information, and then you become that person that they're like, you're their sandwich shop. You are their local deli, sandwich shop, whatever it is. People ask me what I do for a living, and I tell them I'm an aging specialist, and they ask me to describe it. I say I'm a matchmaker for the aging demographics in our community. I help them age safely with services, whatever that means. I got all the secrets. That's my sauce. My sauce is all the people that I know. And by the way, I don't need to know 10 trust attorneys. I need to know a few trust attorneys, ones that can take various, people with financial status. There's different people out there that have. And by the way, it's not a one size fits all out there. Not on living arrangements, especially in assisted living communities. Um, Anyways, so I'm just telling you, it's just not a one size fits all. And there's got to be a next step from where we are now in homes that are 70, 80, 90 years old to where we're heading. If we're living longer, it's got to be better, right? So, all right, now that I have done that, hold on, I just got to make sure I've gone through everything. Now, all right, now I was going to show you the so what I was going to show you is I did a video, and the video I did was really interesting. I did an aging specialist video, but I say this because this is the video that has gone viral, and it's not just YouTube, it's TikTok, it's everything else. And the reason why I chose this rule is because nobody knows about it. And if you put into Google something I've talked to you guys about many of times, when you look at high ranking questions, things that people are asking, this kept showing up. 40/70 rule. Before I show anybody this video, I would just be curious to see how many of you have ever heard of a 40/70 rule. Anybody? Um, okay, let's see. I don't see anybody saying anything. Anybody heard of a 40/70 rule? You can't look it up. Leah Butler, no. Who else? 40/70 rule, you guys. Because this is fascinating. I had never heard of it either. And I have been in this space for almost 20 years. Almost 20 years. And I've never heard of this rule. And this is an amazing rule. Nope, 20 years. Yeah, I'm telling you, never heard of it. All right, here's your wake up call, you guys. So I've done this video twice on YouTube. One got 1,600 views. This one got 1,100 views. My TikTok got almost 4,000 views. Listen, there's nothing, I'm not selling anything. I'm not fluffing anything. This is pure education. Okay, you guys? When I say education, listen. To a group of adult children and their aging parents today. And a girl pulled me aside at the end and she whispered in my ear, I know I need to talk to my parents about stuff, but it's definitely going to ruin our relationship. She's 44 and her mom's 73. And by the way, she's not alone. Feeling stuck like that, totally normal. But that's why there's the 40/70. That's what the rule's all about.
So here's the deal. If you're 40 or about 70, your parents are 70 or about, have the conversation before the crisis hits, before it forces you to make decisions for your parents. Why avoid the conversation? I've watched families all too often go through things. They spiral out of control. They didn't know what their parent wanted, no plan, no paperwork. And by the way, punted with decisions that they didn't want to make. So that stress, now resentment, you're feeling guilty, and it breaks families apart. I'm going to bridge that for you. Because, by the way, you're not wrong feeling uncomfortable about having those conversations. That's what I told her. These conversations, yes, they're awkward, but if you avoid them, it's not going to make it easier. It's just going to make it messier later. I promise you. And that's when I come in. I don't want you to do that. I want to be safe space here. So let's stop pushing it off. Don't punt it. Let's have the conversations now. Right here, together. Like,
Okay, so the reason why I'm showing you this is because it is, this Fiblet one is a great one, but if you're looking at stuff.
Have you ever gotten that call from your sibling? You know, the one that starts with "Mom fell. What do we do now?"
So I'm telling you guys, people don't realize that there are options out there. They don't. It is so difficult for people to navigate the issues that happen within the home, okay? Regardless of outside the home. The reason why I bring this up to you is because I want you to think about when we bought our homes. We bought them with the PTA person, the person that knew everybody that could help our kids. You got to flip the script, you guys. Flipped the script and now work it helping older adults. Different sphere of influence, different secret sauce. Your secret sauce 40 years ago, if you were a real estate agent, was tutors, PTA presidents, principals. Oh, how about your pediatricians? How about, child custody, all of it. The point is this demographics needs somebody. And it's not just, I'm saying this demographics, it's this demographics, 40 to 100. 40 to 100. Why? Because multi-generational living is right now huge because older adults can't afford to live on their own. So if you look at the uptick of our housing infrastructure, it's old. We can't live there. It doesn't work. And the minute, and let me tell you, I am a certified aging in place specialist. Years. I've been years. I will tell you that the minute I have one of my GCs open up a wall in a bathroom to just help put a grab bar in and a roll-in shower, I now need to bring up everything up to code. And nobody's got that money. It's not easy. But again, less than 5% of our nation's housing units can actually accommodate somebody with a mobility issue. It sucks. It absolutely sucks. And the affordability, it's horrible. Really. It's our job to give them options. I'm literally handing you guys so many options. And I don't mean just like that lifestyle home loan, which is a heckum for a purchase, where you can buy a 2 to 4 unit building. How about 62 plus living in one of those units and being able to make income for the other 3? How about taking taking everything that you've worked for and being able to pass it down on generational wealth, but still being able to live into whenever you need it? It's big. Start working with the trust attorneys. Start working with people in this sector. There's a lot. But I'm going to tell you this from this moment on. Real estate agents, I don't care if it's Keller Williams, if it's Coldwell Banker, they're not doing it. They're not targeting this. They just aren't. It and I laugh. I do because we're successful because of it. And I find it funny because it's commercial too, by the way. If you guys don't see what's going on commercially, it, the amount of repurposing that's happening in our nation for assisted living, a mall. They took a mall up in New York. If you haven't been watching, they turned it into assisted living. A friend of mine out of Los Angeles does a lot of college living, like apartment style living, where you've got four bedrooms with their own bathrooms, with a with a den and a kitchen where everybody is. That that's going to be huge. It's affordability. I see people asking for worksheets. I'm going to put it back in there. The bottom line is there's change coming, and unless you are making that change be known to people out there, they one don't know that options exist, and two, they don't even know that you exist. Do better. Be better. I'm telling you, you want to kill every real estate agent from other brokerages out there? Put those blinders on and start networking. Your sphere of influence, they're going to bring you people because you know how to serve this demographics. You'll know how to serve their clients without being a sales tactic, because real estate agents do not have a great feeling when it comes to it. And again, I'm going to go back to when we as real estate agents sell a home for an older adult, most of you don't even know where to go after that or even how to help them. When an email like what I showed you from a woman who's like, oh my God, I've got like all this stuff and I'm drowning. And you know what I did? I sent her Matt Paxton's book. And I set her up with an agent and a downsizing specialist. I don't like the word downsizing, I say right sizing, but I set her up with both of those. And I said to her, because I called her, I didn't email her back. It's not about email. And I said, hey, let's talk. Let's play a game. I'm in Florida right now. Do I live where she lives? Not even close. But I told her, let's play a game. I already prepped her. I prepped her for what the real estate agent that I have trained here in EXP Seniors Network, and somebody that's a senior move manager that I know. I already know what they're going to do because I've already been down that road with people. So I said, let's play a game. I'm going to send you, and I sent her Matt Paxton's book, and I sent her stickers, red, yellow, blue, green. I said, go play a game. Go put dots on stuff around your house. It's very overwhelming. Put dots on stuff. Red is like trash. Get rid of it. We don't want it. And by the way, I learned this from Matt Paxton. Like, this is why you guys got to know, like, you guys got to be like thinking outside the box. I took what Matt did. Did I create it? No. I listen to other people and I'm just adopting it and making it my own. I take red, I said red, get rid of it. Yellow, maybe. Don't know if I want it. Blue, let's give it to the family. Family will come over if they want it. And green, let's sell it. That's money. That's what I said. And she said, okay. And I said, but before you trash anything, because we're going to pull it at heartstrings here, and this is why I'm telling you this. When she said to me, I don't know about this, I said, wait. you're only putting dots on it. Your entire family is going to come over and go through everything before those dots are you do anything with the dots. Doesn't matter if it's trash, it doesn't matter. You can think it's trash, but your family should be able to pick and choose what they want. And so it now not just gives her the like, like in her mind, like I've got control over all of the stuff in my house. But the best part is that she's now going to incorporate her family because the older demographics wants all to give us all of their stuff and their grandkids all of their stuff. And by the way, we don't want it. We got our own stuff. Enough of it. And our children, or like anybody that's 30, 40 years and younger, they're minimalists. They don't have a lot of stuff. You walk into those types of homes, you'll understand what I mean. There is a difference. But the reason why our parents have a connection to that, and it's not just parents, it's the older demographics, you you have to think psychologically of where they came from. They didn't have much. So collecting heirlooms and keeping it was something that they feel guilty about getting rid of. You know, it's Matt, M-A-T, Matt Paxton. Yes, Matt Paxton. Lori Tipton wrote it in there. Thank you. So the bottom line is there is a connection. This is why I say like, know, and trust, because us as I'm going to call us aging specialists need to stay in our lane. It is not our job to go putting those stickers on. It's our job to just go say, hey, let's play a game. And I'm going to bring my friend in to do it with you. We're the cheerleader. Again, you are going back to 40 years ago when you were the real estate agent, the rah, rah, rah cheerleader. You know, that's your secret sauce of the people, the move manager. Stay in your lane. You can highlight a move all you want. You're going to see what I mean with Joelle and Brooks by this, by the way. Oh, it's good. You don't have to be a move manager to be able to talk about it, to be able to market it. You just have to market yourself and what you have to offer people for this demographics. That's what it comes down to. Okay. Again, oh my God, 8:20. I do this every time, but I'm very excited on next week. I am because I always need to open it up. I love the fact that all of you guys are on here and that you're talking, that I get to see your faces. However, would love to open it up to questions and answers. This is being recorded, so if you need to go back tomorrow morning, I'll drop that recording in EXP Seniors Network. There's a few housekeeping things that I do want to bring up. Workplace is shutting down at the end of July. I have created our group on Facebook, just FYI. So you will see in our workplace group where to go. However, anything that you want to get from workplace will still be up for the next year. So you won't have to worry about it. Okay. So past trainings, past all that, it will be there for the next year. But me posting all of this information and that will not be there at the end of July. So please, please, please know that that is going to be Facebook. Facebook's not supposed to be permanent, but I'm making it our permanent home for now. Just letting you know. I've been with this company almost 7 years. I'm not going anywhere. I've built this network and I can't wait for it to explode. So I'm not going anywhere and we're keeping that. So myself the heads of our company are on that Facebook group. So they are admin and moderators. So you'll be able to, we're in it. They'll be posting stuff from the company side if we need anything. But don't worry, I got you guys. So there's that. But I do want to say in July, we have something big coming, and I need you guys to know that you should get ready because it's going to be so exciting. I'm taking you guys from selling a home into an assisted living community. Okay. That's it. You guys are going to understand all of the things that go in and understand what senior placement is and be able to move people from a home into seniors, into a senior living community and get paid. I love you guys. 7 years I've been working on stuff, but just know it's coming with a CRM on the back end of it. Oh, way more than that. You guys have no idea. So I just spilled the beans a little bit for all of you guys, but no other brokerage has anything like this. It is something that I wholeheartedly believe that we as real estate agents need to move forward with because we are not servicing the way we should be on the what's next. You can't sell a home and not know what to do with somebody after that. That's how I look at it. That's just me. So I love the fact that this is coming to you guys in July. And just know that it is coming from one of the top people who's going to be training you and teaching you guys in the industry, who started one of the largest senior placement agencies in the nation. Um, and he's coming here to you. So I couldn't be any happier, and I'm bringing more to you guys. So it's my life, it's my passion. So hang on for the ride, you guys. Get downlines ready, start prepping stuff and marketing for real estate agents to jump ship because they're coming here because of what we have. They will. So I love our company. I love what we're doing. And you're going to start seeing a lot more in the next few weeks of my face and of a few other faces in our company talking about this trajectory and how we as a company are spearheading it. And watch out for some articles coming out in the news because it's big, you guys. That's all. So, questions about what I taught, not about what's coming, but what I taught. So please raise hands. I'd love to answer anything. Anybody? Anybody? Really? Oh, guys, come on. I know you guys got something out there. Okay. So, if you guys didn't see, I posted last week or 2 weeks ago a quick little blurb and video for you guys to watch about a 62 plus community that in San Diego. I suggest you take those plug and plays that I put in that chat box, plus everything, and plus all the information, and make videos on it. I say that because you could win a gift card from the person who, or from our EXP agent who's got it on, that's got it on, that's out there. But we've got communities that have assisted or 62 plus, 55 plus. We should be marketing it. I don't care if you're in Chicago. I don't care if you're in New York. I don't care if you're in California. The reason why I say this is because somebody in your neighborhood is going to want to live near their children. Because remember, as we're aging, what's going on, but it's going to interest. And when you market that, market it with the lifestyle. And I put this in comments before and I've talked about it. Market the lifestyle that community is going to give somebody. Is it pickleball? Is it medical? Because in San Diego, what she has on market is huge. When I say medical, it's minutes within all of the medical facilities. We're talking cancer. I mean, like big, big medical. So if you're in Chicago, if you've got an army vet who needs to go or whatever it is to San Diego for treatment for something that's over 55, how about they could purchase this? I'm just saying to have this place or even to do something with a lifestyle home loan to be able to purchase a second place for treatments and stuff, but then rent it out for 5 months of the year because you have to live in it for 6 months plus a couple of days. It's a no-brainer, you guys. Just box. That's what you have to do for your clients. All right. So, um, EXP Seniors Network's gonna go big or go home, baby. um, Kim, I'm gonna just ask you, open your mic. Did I miss anything? Because I'm very talkative.
I think you covered everything really well and got us very excited waiting for July. What's next week? What are we having next week?
We're gonna do ChatGPT, and I think the week after is Joellen Brooks with nextdoor.com. So let's talk about ChatGPT because a lot of people are very either afraid of it or they don't really know how. They don't have any family support. Somebody said something about that. So here's with ChatGPT. If you massage it the right way, it's great. You just have to know how to massage it. And I've been listening to some great people about techniques, and I have been able to really kind of like mold one for us as senior as aging specialists, if that makes sense. And I want to share with you, but I also think it's really important to understand what ChatGPT has to offer. Like if you go in and you just ask ChatGPT to do something, it's great. It might give you this, but there are like these little things on the side that you can go into that you can ask it very specific direct ways. And it is like a whole new world, which I was showing you guys earlier when I was massaging the ChatGPT for you guys on I'll show you what I mean by this. Play around with it before we get together. And I'll tell you why I say this to you guys, because you may find something that I didn't find and I would love for you to share it. Okay. So, and I'm happy because I do both. I use Claude AI for certain things, and next week I'll go over it, and I use ChatGPT for certain things. But when you look in this area, oh, so sorry, you guys. When you look in an area called GPTs, you're gonna find this. People have no idea what this is. I love this. You guys, this is golden. This is my golden nuggets. I want you to look through stuff like this. If you guys find stuff that works, please share it next week. The reason why I say this is I use this for very specific things like viral LinkedIn posts. I have 6,000 views on one of my posts that 3 days ago. When you want to write blogs, emails, essays, there's ways to do it, you guys, without having to like go into just a chat GPT. Like they're very, it's like a brain. In fact, let me back up. You know when I was talking about your sandwich shop and I was talking about all those meats, like these for us are like little like marketing meat for our sandwich shop. That's what this is. You've got presentations. You want to put a presentation together? Right there. You want to hook? I use this almost daily to create hook and description and to help create something. Now, it helps me create it. I don't use it. I definitely massage it with my own words. You want YouTube? Oh, this is a good one. Social media. I mean, so there's a ton of stuff. I use Sora when I was talking about being able to do images and images of what you want to create. I can literally say, blah, 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 can you create this? I did something on home ownership month. Um, I do a lot of stuff on LinkedIn. I write a lot of articles. I love writing what my take, this is just my personal take, is on our nation's housing infrastructure and the way it's going. I've been speaking, to HUD. I've spoken to the Ways and Means Committee, spoken to so many people over the years about home ownership and aging. We have a problem. And it's just now starting to rise. Hasn't peaked yet, you guys. By 2030, it's going to peak. 2032, really. But by 2030, us as real estate agents will see the flood on the market. But by 2032, it's going to be prevalent. But here's the problem. All those first-time home buyers, they're going to be able to afford these homes, but they're not going to afford to fix them. It's going to be expensive. Deferred maintenance. You're talking about homes that are 90, 100 plus years old. If you look at just flat across our nation, our average age is 45, and that's young for our homes. We're not building new ones the way we should. So it's a mismatch. And I've been talking about it for a very long time, but trust me, you guys, this is where it's going to set you apart from the rest. And just look in your neighborhood. I've told you how to target within a 5-mile radius and the 3 key features you should look at just to see those people that are going to sell within the next 10 years. Because trust me, 80% of those people will sell in the next 10 years. If you just target, just over the next 1 year, you'll see. Isabel asked, when's the recording going to be? Tomorrow morning. You guys, I have been writing solo here at XP Seniors Network for a couple of years. So I'm a lone soldier over here. I serve from the heart to you guys because I love what I do and I want you guys to serve from the heart too. But tomorrow morning, I always get it up the next day. So there you go. So is there a cost for ChatGPT? I pay for the pro version. I don't know what you guys get for the free version. You guys can look. I'm going to show you what the pro version does, but I don't think it's expensive, to be honest. I'll look and I'll have that for you and I'll let you know. However, there's ways, $20 a month. Thanks, Steven. Appreciate that. And I have the basic. So what you see is basic. But I got to tell you, it helps me formulate my thoughts. I in this very specific demographics, I have a lot of thoughts. I've got a lot of things that go on, and I know that I need to focus them in a certain way to get my point across. And while W. York said it's worth every cent, I use this not just for this, but I use it for my own personal life and to figure out sometimes maybe the way I come across may not be the right way in an email, whatever it is. Maybe it might be a post, maybe it might be something. The point is it's helping me become a better communicator. So for that $20 a month, it's well worth it. I still don't take it for face. I will put my own spin on it every time. I won't. And I can tell every time that I look at a LinkedIn or I looked at Facebook, I can tell when somebody's used ChatGPT. 90% of the time I can tell. And most people can. If they're using ChatGPT enough, they'll know. But next week I'll go over all of it with you guys. So
Heather, I just want to say that we are 40 minutes over and you still have 30. No, I'm just saying, and you still have 30 people listening to you. That's just freaking amazing. So congrats to you.
Oh, well, you guys, go big or go home. I'm telling you, this network I co-founded with Debbie Gentry and Donald, they dropped off. I stayed with it because this is my heart. I only know how to serve this. I don't work with first-time home buyers. I don't know how to. I get referrals from assisted living communities. That is my bread and butter because I do a lot of placement. That's just what I do. And you guys will all do the same, and you will be making you'll be able to have the referral fees with it. Trust me. But it's just because I've been working it so long and I've known how to navigate it. I don't know how to teach that portion to you guys, but I made sure that you guys are going to learn it because it's needed. But I can tell you this. This is big. We're all stuck in it. It doesn't matter how old you are, guys. Doesn't. I don't care how old you are. You are affected by somebody that is aging or you're aging yourself, whatever it is. And there's a problem that needs to be solved, and it's your job to show them all the solutions and the people that are going to help them solve it. That's all. That's where it comes from. That's serving from the heart. So, is that good, Kim?
You've done really good, Heather. Really.
Thank you. So next Thursday we're going over ChatGPT. And I believe the Thursday after that will be Joellen. Oh, she's fabulous. You guys, Joellen Brooks is so I'll just give you a quick little background. Joellen Brooks 4 years ago came to EXP out of assisted living communities. She was a director and worked her whole life in assisted living communities and was like, oh, I got to get into the real estate side. She accidentally found EXP Seniors Network because I just posted something somewhere. And we started talking. I told her how to market. Everything I teach you guys, I taught her 4 years ago. $1 million homes left and right. And one social media. That's all I tell people. Just pick one and kill it on that one place. You'll find your peeps. If it's you, and I can break it down. If it's YouTube, older adults. If it's next door, like Joellen, that's older adults. She's going to tell you, don't get flagged. There's plenty of ways to get flagged. She'll tell you all of that. I know, I've seen it, but I'm telling you, there are ways to do it, and it's fabulous serving a different way. It's not about a sale, it's about what you have to offer, how you can help somebody. Again, like no trust for years. Just become that person who has the secret sauce. It's not a board of directors, it's a secret sauce. Have that secret sauce of peeps in your area. The minute that somebody needs something, they already know you have it because you just did a video on it or you were talking about it or I mean, that's how I look at it. And remember, it's a hard decision. So, but when somebody makes a hard decision, they want to go to somebody they like, know, and trust. Like somebody who's got the answers so they don't have to make the decisions. Who's like, oh, I didn't know that was out there. I like that. Unfortunately, most of us feel like when we're going through something with our parents, we feel like alone. We don't know where to turn. And by the way, I will tell you from 20 years of experience, I have always, by the way, I started out as a real estate agent. I get a call in the middle of a crisis or after a crisis happens because they saw a video or they saw something like you saw what that woman's email to me was. It's her kid. Her kid sent her that video. Do you guys like somebody in a different state just because I was giving education? Serve from the heart. You have no idea what someone's suffering from, and what they need from you in your neighborhood. Maybe they need to move by their kid that lives in San Diego. Maybe they need to move to assisted living. It's your job to know that. Because when you sell the home, what are you going to do? They got to go somewhere. I feel bad. I hate the fact that real estate agents just drop the ball. And you're like, oh, on your own. Go find something to go live in. You just sold their prized possession of 50 plus years. And by the way, it's not like that generation is in the stock market. It's their home. It's paid off. Do better as a real estate agent. Be an aging specialist with all the sauce. Be that secret sauce. That's what I'm going to tell you guys. All right. You guys, it is, oof. I'm so late. We're so far over, but I love you guys. It's almost going on 2 hours.
We love you too.
Okay. So ChatGPT next time, please Facebook it. You guys go on to Facebook. If you guys have questions, please go for, yes, I know, Stephen, it's early over there, but I'm in Florida right now. But if you have questions, don't feel free to ask somebody in this group. And we had 40 on the call. Somebody in this group has gone through it, can help you. I've been through it, something, but don't fly solo. Like that's what our network was here for. That's why Donald, my son, that's why we had started it. That's why I have continued it, because I hate the fact that real estate agents cannot serve this demographics. It bothers me to no end. It bothers me to no end that I watch coaches tell people, go read a book, go get certified by this. I don't think that's coaching. I think that coaching is going and doing. Hit the ground running. It should be free. It should be serving from the heart. Here's your playbook. Go do it. It's up to you to go do it. I've never charged anybody. It's just the way I've done it here at XP Seniors Network, because I get it in referrals. That's how I see it with you guys. Anytime a referral comes in, I got to work with somebody in this network. And that's my favorite part. That's where it comes in. And when a house goes on, it's like watching you guys connect with each other from, like, let's say Ted, Luna. I'm just picking on you, Ted, because I love your background. But like if Ted, just like knowing that Ted made a deal with somebody where he lives with the one in San Diego because he found somebody, like that to me is like, we're keeping it within not just these people, we're all still making money on it on the stock side too. Just saying, blow up our listings because we can all do that with each other here. That's like the part that's free. You're marketing again for free. Someone else's listing, still 62 and 55. If you're in a Sunbelt state, even better, because people want to move out of the cold states into the Sunbelt states. I'm telling you. It's going, you guys. Not just commercial with assisted living communities. It's going big, you guys. So, next Thursday, ChatGPT. All right.
Thanks, Heather.
Cheers to a lovely night. Thank you guys. Mwah. Appreciate it.
Thank you.